Hi, good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock here in the UK. It's a lovely, warm, sunny day again, which is lovely. Thank you for being here or watching the catch up. I hope you're enjoying the videos going live every day to tap on different emotions, different aspects, different topics. And today we're going to be looking at letting go of comparison. Comparison, as they say, is the thief of joy. Everything can be good. Grass is always greener. And that can really impact what you're experiencing, how you're enjoying your life, whether that's something that you don't have that you want, or something how you feel about yourself. Any kind of comparison is unhelpful unless you're comparing like with like, which is pretty difficult to do. So if you're comparing yourself to someone else, make sure you're comparing background, lifestyle, age, emotion, upbringing. Like there are so many millions of things that have happened to us in our past that make us unique, that the comparison isn't really even possible in the sense of an emotional sense or valuable sense. So it's unhelpful. The only person you compare yourself with really is yourself, and even in that sense you're a different person than you were yesterday, than you were years ago. So is it really helpful? Not really. Well, not if you want to feel the joy. If it's helpful, like this is where I was and this is where I am and this feels good, I can see my progress. That's a good comparison. If it's helpful, then use it. If it takes you out, takes you down, then I would do less of it. So let's notice what that feels like. So first of all, as always, just roll your shoulders a few times, settle into the space. Take a nice easy breath and just bring your attention to the top of your head. Scan down through your body. Notice how you're feeling right now. Are you feeling good? Relaxed? Is something going on? Breathe. Put everything from the past out, everything about the future, put that out. Just come into this moment. Hands over your heart for a few minutes. Breathe. Relax. Good. And as you do that, scan down through your body, noticing any tension, any heaviness, any thoughts, words, or feelings. Just notice. And we're going to tap a couple of rounds before we get going today. So keeping one hand over your heart and tapping top of the head, just tapping and breathing through the points. Close your eyes if that feels more comfortable. Tapping the beginning of the eyebrow, side of the eye. So as I say, this kind of comparison is helpful. How did I feel at the beginning and how do I feel now? Good. Under the eye, so just noticing how you feel. And I'd say that's more of an observation than a comparison. Good. Under the nose, tapping on the chin. Collarbone. Good. And I just had the thought, you can't even compare different sides of your body, can you? Very unsymmetrical. Tapping under the arm and on the thumb. You know, the differences between one side of us and the other is huge. Middle finger through the finger points. Little finger, side of the hand. Let's go again. One hand over your heart, tapping top of your head. So normally it's about 7 times on each point, beginning of the eyebrow. Side of the eye, you might find you start to yawn. If you haven't moved much today, under the eye. If there's anything going on, if you've been sitting at the desk for a while, you might feel the need to yawn or your tummy might gurgle. Tapping under the nose. Breathing. Relaxing, letting go on the chin. Good. Collarbone. Under the arm. On the thumb. First finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Little finger. Good. And the side of the hand. Lovely. Bring your hands back to your heart. And again, just scan through your body. Notice how you feel. Hopefully more relaxed. Moving easier. So as I say, that observation, that comparison, if you like, of how did I feel then and how do I feel now, maybe that's where that's helpful. I felt like this, then I did this, now I feel like this. That's that useful progression of observing what works, what doesn't. But when it comes to comparing your life with someone else's, that's less helpful. So what does that feel like? So close your eyes for a moment and think about something that you want, that you don't have, or something that inspires that feeling of the grass is always greener. You know, if only that would happen, if only this was in my life, or I had more money, more time, more energy. They're really lucky they've got that. This, it's easy for them. Those kind of thoughts and feelings. Just allow something like that to come to you. Nice, easy breath. And just notice what that feels like in your body. Is there tension, envy, jealousy, even those feelings coming in? What does that feel like in your body? Just allow that comparison to come into your body for a moment. Experience that. You know, and social media is wonderful for this, really. People put up their best lives. You don't know if they're filtered or not, their best pictures, their best moments. We're looking at those going, oh, I don't look like that in my pictures, but they're probably doing the same thing, you know. So just noticing that. One hand over your heart and tapping top of the head and repeating up to me. It's easy to compare myself with other people. Beginning of the eyebrow. It's easy to wish things were different. Side of the eye. It looks so easy for other people. Under the eye. People who can do things more easily than me. Under the nose. It's easy for you because ... On the chin. And it's easy to compare. It's under the arm. It's easy to compare and feel not good enough. On the thumb. Or feel lacking in some way. First finger. But I have no idea what anyone else has been through. Middle finger. To get to where they are. Ring finger. Anyone who's alive. Little finger. Has had something to overcome. Little finger. On that huge scale of events. Top of the head. There is no hierarchy on pain. Beginning of the eyebrow. I have no idea what anyone else is going through. Side of the eye. The choices they made. Under the eye. And things that can seem easy to some people. Under the nose. Might be the hardest thing that they've ever had to overcome. On the chin. The only comparison that is helpful. Under the arm. Is the one that shows me what makes me feel better. On the thumb. Judgment is part of life. First finger. We need to judge things. Middle finger. But feeling like I'm coming up short. Ring finger. That I'm not good enough. Little finger. That I'm somehow lacking. Side of the hand. Is the thief of joy. Top of the head. It doesn't inspire joy in me. Beginning of the eyebrow. Maybe I feel less than. Side of the eye. Maybe I feel dejected. Under the eye. Maybe I feel rejected. Under the nose. Maybe I'm wishing for something. On the chin. And as they say, the grass is always greener. Collarbone. The grass is greener where you water it. Under the arm. I can look around my life. On the thumb. And see how far I've come. First finger. That's a comparison I'm up for. Middle finger. To value myself more and more. Ring finger. To know that I valued myself more. Little finger. That's a good comparison. Side of the hand. It's only helpful when it's helpful. Top of the head. Good. When I look at someone else, beginning the eyebrow, and I feel that lack, side of the eye, that drop in energy, under the eye, It doesn't feel good. Under the nose. And that doesn't help anyone. On the chin. Least of all me. Collarbone. I wonder if I can turn that around. Under the arm. And instead of being jealous or envious on the thumb, or wishing my life was different, first finger, maybe that can inspire me to take action. Middle finger. If I want something, I can create it. Ring finger. I'd like to feel inspired. Middle finger. Move towards what I want. Side of the hand. That would feel good to me. Top of the head. And the better I feel, beginning of the eyebrow, the better I feel. Side of the eye. We're all going through something. Under the eye. We all need support on different things. Under the nose. The more I can relax on the chin and enjoy the journey. Collarbone. The nicer it will be for me. Under the arm. As they say, it's the journey, not the destination. On the thumb. I can enjoy the journey. First finger. I can enjoy being me. Middle finger. And move towards what I want. Ring finger. Just observe what that feels like. Little finger. See what I see along the way. Side of the hand. I can do that. Top of the head. So just feeling in again to that trigger, the thing that you want that you don't have, those sort of that thought field. Top of the head, repeating after me. All these negative thoughts. Eyebrow. All these questions of myself. Side of the eye. All this comparison. Under the eye. This wishing things were different. Under the nose. All these if onlys I had that. On the chin. If only I had more money. Collarbone. If only I had more time. Under the arm. If only I had more ease. On the thumb. Life would be different. First finger. Life would be better. Middle finger. All these beliefs. Ring finger. All these if onlys. Little finger. If only my life would be better. Side of the hand. Then my life would be better. Top of the head. Life essentially is meaningless. Beginning of the eyebrow. I give it the meaning that I want. Side of the eye. So when I see my world as joyful, under the eye. When I see it as a journey, not a destination, under the nose. When I start to feel better about where I am, on the chin, and what I have, collarbone, and what I've achieved, under the arm. It's truly wonderful. On the thumb. I've come so far. First finger. I can be proud of so much. Middle finger. I bet there's someone out there who wants just what I have. Ring finger. That feels far out of reach for them. Little finger. I can turn this into inspiration. Side of the hand. Start to move towards what I want. Top of the head. Make my life positive. Beginning of the eyebrow. Choosing life positive thoughts. Side of the eye. Not life negative. Under the eye. Choosing life positive. Under the nose. Thoughts. On the chin. Feelings. Collarbone. Words. Under the arm. Actions. On the thumb. I take positive steps. First finger. To feel as good as I can. Middle finger. As often as I can. ring finger. I feel better and better every day. Little finger. Choosing good thoughts and feelings. Side of the hand. And feeling success. Good. Bring your hands over your heart. Close your eyes for a moment if you haven't already. Just notice what that feels like. Feel the energy in your body. Take a few easy breaths. And again, feel into that comparison. If only, what if, it's easy for them. Hopefully that's less of a reaction this time around. And now move into a future where you have those things you're working for. More ease, more time, more space, and that could be an hour from now. Feel into that feeling, top of the head, tapping on top of the head, repeating after me. I have time. Beginning of the eyebrow. I have space. Side of the eye. I have everything I need. Under the eye. I can relax. Under the nose. Everything is as it should be. On the chin. When I focus on myself, collarbone, and value my contribution, under the arm, my actions, on the thumb, how I treat myself, first finger, how I speak to myself, middle finger, I choose to feel good, ring finger, I choose to be the best for myself that I can be, little finger, no one else can impact my life like me, side of the hand, even if I let other people's actions impact me, top of the head, I can choose to relax, beginning of the eyebrow, and enjoy where I am, side of the eye, and take inspiration from there, under the eye, I can create more of whatever I want, under the nose, I can find more of whatever I want, on the chin, I make good choices, collarbone, I take positive action, side of the ribcage, under the arm, I choose to feel good about myself, the thumb, and the more I do that, first finger, the better my life is, middle finger, the grass is greener right here, right now, ring finger, I can find many good things about my life, little finger, and things that I can improve, side of the hand, that starts with enjoying where I am right now, top of the head, feeling better, eyebrow, enjoying what I have, side of the eye, I have such appreciation for how far I've come, under the eye, and for what is coming, under the nose, in this moment, on the chin, everything is as it should be, collarbone, I trust in myself, under the arm, I choose to relax, on the thumb, feeling better, little finger, first finger, feeling calmer, middle finger, letting go, ring finger, feeling good, little finger, calm, relaxed, trusting the process, side of the hand, my life is wonderful, hands back over your heart, take a few easy breaths, good, gently coming back to the room, you might stretch a little bit, come back into the space, take your time, notice how you feel now, hopefully more relaxed, moving easily. You can go back and watch the video as many times as you need to, any of the other videos too. Yesterday we were looking at self-value, that might be another one to go back to. Keep moving towards what you want by recognizing you already have it, feeling that appreciation in the moment, and life will feed it back to you. I really hope you enjoyed today's session. Tomorrow we're going at 11, so I'll see you then live or on the catch up. I'd love to hear from you. You can comment on the video or email me, Jemima at stressfreelifeacademy.com, or DM me. Lots of ways to find me. I'd love to hear from you. Enjoy. Have a lovely rest of the day. Thanks for being here. Bye.